Good morning. It's October the 13th, a Friday the 13th, 2017. If we stub our toes today or don't have our usual success trading, we know exactly where to point our fingers and assign the blame. We'll start with our usual disclaimer. Hypothetical or simulated performance results have certain limitations. Unlike an actual performance record, simulated results do not represent actual trading. Also, since the trades have not been executed, the results may have under overcompensated for the impact of any of certain market factors, such as lack of liquidity. Simulated trading programs in general are also subject to the fact that they're designed with the benefit of hindsight. No representation is being made that any account will or is likely to achieve profit or losses similar to those shown. Well, stock markets around the world, minus the FTSE and the CAC. I always love that name. The French market, those are the only two that are lower. Asia's up. Off the strength in the U.S. markets and the hope for better than forecast economic numbers this morning. The impacts of the hurricanes should distort or take the numbers, lead them to be higher than normal. We have CPI plus 0.6, price of gasoline, core plus 0.2. Both PPI numbers, which are precursors, were higher than forecast yesterday. Retail sales plus 1.8, ex autos plus 0.8. Business inventories plus 0.7. Consumer sentiment 95.4, and Baker Hughes don't know 1145, 936. The focus, retail sales, ex autos. We'll probably get a little extra attention paid to CPI because of the PPI numbers this week. So that would be the second number, but these numbers both hit at the same time, so there's a chance for a whipsaw there. Consumer sentiment might come in a little lower than forecast because of the hurricanes. Hard to say. Don't know on that one. But the world's playing that the United States economic growth is accelerating and that the three hurricanes' impact will be higher than forecast economic numbers. Right now, we yesterday completed the 30-year auction. All three auctions this week were very, very strong. That should add support to the market. There was some pretty good put protection taken yesterday in the 10-year. So we've got sellers at 13.5. And perhaps buyers down at 125.04, 125.08. E-mini rally should take us down a little bit lower. I don't think the market breaks, so we'll put the first buy at 5 to 9. Second one at 29 to 01. Hoping to sell 15s to 19s, but we'll put a question mark at 13 here. And structurally, you could be short at 11.5. You could have a limit sell 11.5 or 12. Have news to get through, then we can come back and adjust these numbers. Looking at the 30-year. Number one is 4 to 8. Sell 11 to 15. We bust through 16, maybe 20, 24. Next little band of resistance. Because it is a pause day, the appetite for 3, 10, and 30-year paper has been satisfied in the cash markets. My guess is that we'll have a pretty quiet market unless the news is way off base. Buy 21s to 25s, 13s to 17s. Basically playing for a pause day post the auction. Don't know about you all. I'm not excited at all about football anymore. I've given up on it. It's the games are just too damn long, and they just, I record them anyway. So, but hopefully, you all are still excited about your football teams and get some pleasure and enjoyment out of it. I'm kind of moving on. Once something loses its grip on you, it's no longer. It's hard to get it back, and I think the NFL is going to see that in their numbers. And the college game is so hard to watch because, unless you're an alumni or regional, just so many blown plays. That's the attraction of it, because anybody can break it on any play, but it is tough to watch for me. Okay, gold, we had a 98 to the buck sell. The high was 130.50 last night, and our first buy was 92 to 94, so we're getting into that territory. Looks like we're going to try to break it, so maybe stops below 92. We'll make it 90, 92, and a lot's going to be dependent upon the news. And 85, 87 for buy 2. So we caught one edge of the gold market last night. Maybe stops above 1300, 99.01, sell 1, 46, sell 2. Again, news will have a lot to do with what happens. Put a question mark at 94 on the buy side. 1300 is pretty stout resistance. Okay, Bloomberg and Reuters got a trial balloon floated by the ECB. Going to cut the taper in half from 60 billion per month to 30 billion per month. They're still supporting the markets, but not as much as they have, and that met with underwhelming support. Our number 2 buy on the euro last night was 40 to 50 was our number 2 buy. Our sell was 90 to 119. So we got we had resistance at 90 to 119. We picked that up pretty nicely, and we're into our second buy area right here. Number 1 resistance holds. Number 2 support is where you look for a potential buy in this case. The spill was from 55. We have this low at 68. We've got this high up here at 72. So we'll make 60 to 70, sell 1. And 90 to the buck, sell 2. Maybe stops below 40, so 30 to 40 buy 1. Why would the euro be lower? The retail sales numbers are pretty strong this morning. And we'll make 118 even. 10 for buy 2. Down to the news. We'll have to adjust all these after the news. Crude got strong. Turkey sent troops into Syria. Turkey is withdrawing from a lot of former alliances. The drumbeat of war got a little louder. Turkey does transport oil, pipelines from northern Iraq and Syria. So it's possible the supply could be interrupted, but it is an escalation. Remember, futures are futures. It's not what's happening today, it's what happens in the future based on the events of today. So right now, market looks like it's headed to 52, 51.75, 52, sell 1, 2 1/4, 52.50, sell 2. On the buy side, 51, 51 1/4, buy 1. 50.50, 50.75, buy 2. And crude last night, we missed the market by a ton. We were trying to buy 50, 50 1/4, and the low was 50.75. So the Turks headed into Syria. Stronger than forecast economic numbers, increasing demand, taking crude higher. And the E-mini, 25, 52, 54 is resistance. Market looks like it's going to try to trade higher today. I'm going to have strong economic numbers. At least are forecast to. So can we get through 53.50? My guess is yes. So we've got the same problem we've had, sell failure to get through 53.55. We'll make sell number 1 58 to 60. 63.65 for sell 2. On the buy side, 45.48. We've got news to get through. We'll adjust that, post the news, then 40 to 42. Can we get through 53.50? Looks like we're going to. CPI plus 0.6. Core plus 0.2. Retail sales plus 1.8. Ex-autos plus 8. I read that General Motors is still going to have to shut down a plant because of inventory problems. They got their inventories cleaned up by the hurricanes, and now they're going to try to adjust their production so they don't get in the trouble that they had just prior to that. Business inventory is up 0.7. Consumer sentiment 95.4. And Baker Hughes, don't know, but last week was 11.45. And 9.36. Remember, 11.45 for all of North America. That's Mexico and Canada. We've got 936 of the rigs working states. Focus, retail sales ex-autos. I think the inflation numbers are discounted, and they hit at the same time retail sales, but the increased price in gasoline counts for that plus 0.6. They'll be looking at core inflation too. Okay, it's going to take a bit to get everything up and posted. I'm going to get busy with that. Back with you as soon as possible.